This is a story for a very special young lady. Imagine you are sitting right at the edge of a magical, shimmering pond. The secret of the sleeping lotus. Once upon a time, in a garden that smelled like honey and sunshine, there was a big party happening. All the flowers were showing off. The sunflowers stood tall like golden soldiers, the daisies twirled in their white skirts, and the lilies whistled sweet tunes with the wind. Everyone was blooming, shouting, "Look at me! Look how pretty I am!" But in the middle of a quiet, turquoise pond, there was one tiny lotus bud. It stayed tightly shut, like a little green fist holding a secret. The roses, who were a bit bossy, whispered among themselves. "Why won't that lotus open?" One pouted. "Is it shy? Is it lazy? Maybe it's just not very pretty inside." The lotus didn't say a word. It just soaked up the moonlight and waited. It knew a secret: the best things in life don't rush, they wait for the perfect moment. One morning, the sky didn't turn blue, it turned a beautiful, glowing shade of rose gold. The birds stopped chirping, and even the wind held its breath. It was a very special day of light and kindness. Suddenly, the lotus bud began to wiggle. Pop! The first petal opened. It was pinker than a strawberry sundae. Swoosh! 5 more petals spread out like a soft, velvet fan. Glow! A golden light started peeking out from the center, brighter than 1,000 sparklers. As the very last petal opened wide, the other flowers gasped. There, sitting right in the middle of the flower, was the most beautiful lady the garden had ever seen. It was Goddess Lakshmi. She was tiny and radiant, wearing a crown that twinkled like the stars and a sari made of gold thread. She had a kind smile that made every flower feel brave and loved. She reached out her hand, and suddenly, the pond water turned crystal clear, and the pebbles at the bottom turned into shiny jewels. She wasn't there because the lotus was the loudest flower, she was there because the lotus had the purest heart. The lesson of the petals. Goddess Lakshmi looked at all the flowers and said, "You are all beautiful, but the lotus reminds us that even if you start in the mud, you can grow up to reach the sky and hold the light." From that day on, the girl who visited that garden knew that she didn't have to be the loudest or the fastest. She just had to be like the lotus. Kind, patient, and ready for her own special time to bloom.